Alexa, what is bursitis?
Bursitis is a painful condition that affects the small, fluid-filled pads that cushion the bones, tendons, and muscles near your joints. Bursitis happens when these pads become swollen and irritated. The most common locations for bursitis are the shoulder, elbow, and hip. Icing the joint often helps. Your doctor might suggest physical therapy exercises or a steroid injection. Surgery is rarely needed.
Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, I would say about 2 weeks ago, I was like leaning on my elbow and I had noticed it hurt. Well, it had been hurting for like a week. Like my elbow had been hurting a week, but I know I had bumped it. I think I had bumped it like twice. And so I didn't think anything of it, but about 2 weeks ago, I was like, it's like a different type of pain because it was getting worse. And so like, I was like, I started touching it and it was soft and it was big. And I was like, what the? And so I started taking pictures and taking videos. And I called my grandma. And I was like, Ma, because I'm extra. I was like, Mom, I'm dying. It's big, it's soft, it's hurting. I don't know what it is. Like, oh my God. I really didn't. Like, I was really, really spooked. And she was just like, she know I'm extra. And she know, like, I be scared and I be wary and I don't be knowing what's going to happen to me. So she was like, oh, it's nothing. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay. So I had text my, the next day I had text my PT. She's like my angel on earth. And I sent her a picture or something, and told her what it was. And she was just saying things that it could be. And she's like, if it haven't changed by Monday, go to the doctor. And I was like, okay, so I'm not dying. She was like, no, you're not dying. All right. Woo, I feel so much better. Okay. So Sunday morning, my grandma called me. And I'm like, Mama. So I answered the phone. It's my grandma. And she was like, hey, how you feeling? I was like, I'm fine. And she was like, I didn't go to church today. I was like, I see. Why not? And she was like, I just wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling up to it. Now, mind you, my grandma is like, she got to be almost on life support, or I have to be in the hospital for her to just miss church, or I have to be sick or something, because she don't miss church. So she was like, she just wasn't up to it. She wasn't feeling good. She was feeling like weakish. She said, but mainly I didn't go because I'm worried about you. I'm like, what? You told me I was going to be okay and not to worry, and you missing church because you worried about me? That means something wrong with me. So I'm going back to the stage of, oh my God, I'm dying. And then she goes on to say, well, me and Daddy will be down there later on today. And I'm like, Mom, when you told me that I was going to be okay, and Miss Angie told me that I was going to be okay, I have a busy schedule today. So you don't need to come. And she was like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I was like, if it don't change by tomorrow, then I'll go get it checked out. And she was like, okay. So Monday comes. I go get it checked out. So I write on the paper what's going on, and then I'm in the back waiting on the doctor. As soon as he come in the room, he don't even really check me out. He don't even look. He's like, he walk in and he was like, you got bursitis, and it's another word I can't even pronounce. It's medical sinusitis. He was like, you got that, and it's caused from bumping your elbow or doing this, something like that. I was like, are you sure? The things that he was doing is like the things that I be doing. So I believed him to be true. And then when he touched the area, he was like, oh yeah, it's definitely bursitis. And I was like, okay. And I wasn't even back there like 10 minutes. And I thought, because he was like, your healing process is dependent dependent on you. Like, if you don't bump it, or it's all dependent on you. And so he basically said, just take ibuprofen for the inflammation and ice pack. And I was like, okay. And I was like, how long does it take for it to go down? He was like, a week or so. I was like, okay. And I was like, so I don't need no x-ray. He's like, you don't need an x-ray. The x-ray tech wasn't there anyway. All right. So he wrote it down because I wanted to show it to my PT. So I had him write it down. So this is what he wrote. So because it's my right arm, I use it so much. And I asked them to wrap it up for me because I didn't want to bump it or, accidentally hurt it. I didn't want to do anything to make it worse because it's so irritating at this point. So they wrapped it up, and I didn't keep it wrapped up because it would start irritating me. And it seemed like when I wrap it, like it was getting bigger. So I was like, oh no. So I kept doing the ice pack and ibuprofen. And the following Monday, I noticed it wasn't changing at all. So I called them and I left a message. They didn't call me back till Tuesday. But me and my grandma, we did our own research. So we looked up both of the conditions or whatever he said I had. We both did our own research, and we found out that it is a long healing process. So that kind of gave me a little closure. So Tuesday when they called me back, they were saying the doctor said that I could come in the following day, Wednesday, to do an x-ray and further look into it, since I was so worried. But I was like, okay, I just agreed, but I didn't go. And because I knew I had to go see the pain specialist, and I told her about it, and she basically said the same thing that the other doctor said, is bursitis, and the healing process can take up to 4 to 6 weeks. And I just have to keep watch on it to make sure like it don't get infected or feverish or anything like that. Just keep ice packing it. But y'all, it is irritating as hell. And it seemed like last night it hurted so bad. And then like every time, it's so irritating. And I was just sitting on the couch last night watching TV, and it's like the pain just started throbbing. So like I like got my camera out, and I was like, I sent it to my cousin, and she even said, I was like, look at it, look like it's getting bigger. She was like, yeah, it do look bigger than yesterday. And I'm like, this is so weird. So I have noticed this when I'm moving around. Like, okay, say for instance, I went in the store the other day. So I'm pushing the basket in the store, and it started getting irritated. And by the time I got to the car, it was like hurting. But I've noticed like the only time that it's like okay is when I'm like laying down and I have like this long pillow, and I have my arm like stretched out on the pillow, elevated. Like that's the only like really time I get like peace with this. So this is my life right now, and this is what I'm experiencing, and this is what I'm going through, and it's frustrating and it's painful, and I'm irritated, and it's like very making it limited what you can do with your arm. I'm just so over this. Just by me sitting here recording this video, it's this hand, and I got this on this it's on this. It's so irritating. It's just throbbing. The pain is just throbbing. It's just, whew. But I'm gonna record anyway. So this is what it looks like. Hold on. This is what it looks like. It is pretty darn big, y'all. I wonder if things like this just happen, or is it prone to happen because of osteogenesis imperfecta? It's just things like that that make me go, Y'all, I be trying to get these videos of this. Ew. It looks so deformed. I cannot pronounce the other medical epidermolysitis. I ain't even do it. I ain't even try. I ain't even do myself like that. Nope. But I'll let you guys know the definition of it. They're basically the same. Bursitis and the other was basically the same. This about close as we're gonna get, y'all. Epicondylitis. So that will wrap up today's experience. Alright, so till the next experience, pray more, worry less.